Today we're going to be looking at this tool here, and we're going to be looking at how we can make any trading strategy even more profitable. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Hey traders, I hope you're going extremely well. My name is David and welcome back to my channel where I go through profitable trading strategies. Today we're going to be looking at the Optimizer, a bot that helps you optimize trading strategies to find the absolute best settings. It was built by myself and the David Tech community to help us find the best settings. We've actually even created a group around the Optimizer called the Elite Backtesters where we all share our best settings together, but I'll go into that at the end of the video if you're interested in getting access to other people's settings and becoming part of a group of like-minded people. Okay, so I guess the best idea, like always, is to get over to my computer. Let's have a look at the Optimizer, what it does, how it works, and how you can find your absolute best settings. Guys, if that sounds something interesting to you, why not subscribe to the channel? We do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Without further ado, let's get over to my screen and let's have a look at the meat and potatoes of today's video. Okay, here I am on the Euro USD. We're on TradingView on the 45-minute time frame. I'm going to go over to indicators. First of all, we're going to add a strategy because without a strategy, we have nothing to optimize. So I'm going to go over to indicators over here and we're going to go over to community and trending. And we're just going to add randomly the first indicator that we find, which is a strategy. Now, strategies are marked on TradingView by this little icon here. We're just going to add this one to our chart. So we have our strategy on our chart with the backtester panel open, and very frustrating, we put it on the chart and obviously, as you can see, it's in drawdown. I'm not sure what deep backtesting is. Let's have a look. As you can see, even on deep backtesting, this strategy is not either adapted to this market or to the time frame that we're currently on. So if you're a first time user of TradingView and you're looking to build up your own bots, this can be very frustrating as TradingView has no in-app actual optimization tools. You can't optimize the trading strategies without actually going in and clicking the cog here one by one and changing those results and waiting for it to actually load each and every time as we change it, trying to find the best settings. No matter how patient you are, it's going to take a long time to actually find the best settings. When you do come across good settings, you'll eventually maybe forget the ones that you're looking for, and it gets very confusing without writing everything down in something like Excel. This is where the David Tech community and myself put together about 2 years ago a tool called the Optimizer. A bot that optimizes everything in TradingView for you, records it all into an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV file for you to download, and also it will find the best settings for you and input them into TradingView. The Optimizer is 100% free of charge and also has a wonderful community around it on Discord where you can sit and talk with other like-minded people as well. You can also become part of our VIP membership, which of course is not mandatory in the slightest. If you do and you do submit your results that you find from the Optimizer to the group, you'll get access to everybody else's results on the David Tech website. Not only will you get that, you'll get access to all of the bot functions, which allows you to trade via bots. So let's go and have a look at the Optimizer and what it actually is. Okay, if we go over to google.com and search for the Optimizer spelled with an S, as you can see, is the first result here on Google. If I click it, as you can see, we have 8,000 reviews. It's my video and this is the official one. It is the Chrome web store.google.com. The reason I'm giving you the full address, and I will put the full address in the description down below, because there are a lot of fake ones out there and you really do need to be very careful, because all extensions that you add to Chrome actually has access to many different functions inside of Chrome, and you don't want uninterested developers snooping around on your computer. So to install this, you will have to press the Add to Chrome button here. It says remove to Chrome on mine because I already have it up here at the top, as you can see. You'll click on that and it will open a welcome page on David Tech website. The next step that you need to do is click on this puzzle button here, scroll down to the Optimizer and press the little pin button at the side to pin the David Tech Optimizer to your browser. Now that we have the Optimizer installed on our computer, maybe we should discuss what optimization really is. Optimization is taking a strategy that you have on TradingView or any other platform, as a matter of fact. It doesn't have to be TradingView, the optimizer itself is adapted to TradingView only, but it's fine-tuning your trading strategy for the current pair and time frame that you're on. So for example, if you're using an RSI, it will adapt the RSI levels to best fit the market it is on. Using historical data, you'll then backtest it using the TradingView backtester, and if you have a good optimizer tool, it will record all the results to give you the absolute best setups. At this point, it's also important to point out that if you do over-optimize, this may cause overfitting. What is overfitting? Overfitting is taking a trading strategy and fitting the settings to the historical data to a manner where the equity curve looks absolutely amazing in general, but you have overfitted the settings to only work on historical data. As soon as you take it over to live trading, as you can see from this equity curve here, live trading started at the blue line. The equity curve actually fell off the cliff and made lots of losses. Obviously, this will happen quite often and is quite disheartening as an algo trader, but it is something that we have to cope with. Although there are ways to improve and not overfit as much, it will always be part of an algo trader's journey. So now we know what optimization is. I'm going to do a high-end overview of the optimizer, how it works, and all of the functions inside the optimizer. It is a really very powerful tool, so I do suggest that you download it and play around with it to see what kind of settings you can find. Okay, so we're back on TradingView. Once we've installed, we're going to have to refresh TradingView and ensure that we have a single trading strategy on our chart, plus we have the strategy tester tab open just like this. Then we're going to go over to the optimizer in the top corner over here, and I'm going to go through some of the functions of the optimizer. As you can see, we have several tabs up the top here. First one is just links to other things that I offer, like a connector from TradingView to your exchanges. That's free of charge as well. Then the meat and potatoes is actually found in here in the strategy backtester. Other parts of these are actually just add-ons and extra settings, which I'll go through in a minute. First of all, we have here our buttons to allow us to start the process and also download our current results. The 3D chart I won't go through today, but it is useful for more advanced users. Okay, so at the top here, we actually have the primary value that we're actually optimizing for. So we can see here, we have all of the values that you will find here on TradingView. So the net profit, the number of closed trades, percent profitable, meaning win rate, profit factor, max drawdown, average trades, and all of the information from the performance summary also is in there. So you can optimize for absolutely anything that's in TradingView as a statistic. You can optimize for a better max drawdown and also a better net profit, all long or just short, where it's the USD value or the percentage value. You can optimize for that. I generally optimize for net profit percentage all, as that is personally what I prefer to trade. You may prefer to optimize for win rate or number of closed trades. We can also add extra parameters to the mix, allowing us for a little bit more of a stricter setup. For example, here I've added a filter. You can add filters just by adding filters like this or removing them like that. We go over to filter and we're going to press more than, and I'm going to actually try and optimize for trading strategies where there are more than 30 trades. Normally I'd go for something more like 50, but today for the examples I'm just going to write 30 here. You can add things like max drawdown and also profit factor, Sharpe ratio, Sortino ratio, and things like that. We're going to be optimizing for these today, so we're going to look for the best net profit with any trading strategies that have more than 30 closed trades. Next, we're going to go to the next tab along. And as you can see, we can activate deep back testing if we want. If you're a premium TradingView subscriber, you can also deep back test, meaning that you can back test even further back in time, which is always a good thing as well. We also have an in and out of sample back test, which allows us to do in and out of sample back testing, taking a certain percentage of the data, optimizing for it, optimizing on that percentage of data, and then re-back testing it on another set of data, allowing it to emulate as if it really did trade those trades in a real live situation. It's kind of blind to that data, meaning that it's never seen it before, which means you get a better overview of how a trading strategy would react on maybe a different market conditions and different market cycles. Personally, today I'm not going to go into this, but it's something that I suggest you really do read into. It is very, very powerful and helps us to deal with things like overfitting. Next, we have a delay here, which allows us not to overload the TradingView servers. Please read the terms and conditions of TradingView, as they don't like bots and things like that, so please be very careful that you abide by the TradingView terms and conditions. We also have ways of downloading and uploading our parameters here, but personally I actually prefer to go over to the cog to actually go into the settings and use one of these icons here to upload or download settings. As I said earlier, this can be extremely useful as a part of the David Tech community. You get access to other people's settings, and it just makes it that much easier to upload their settings to your TradingView in one click, not make mistakes and get the same backtesting results as them. Okay, back over to the optimizer over here. We're pretty much ready. We've decided not to deep backtest just for speed today, as it makes it a little bit faster. We're going to go back over to the strategy backtest tab. We're going to click test strategy. That is going to go away and fetch all the values. Now you may get an error for the first time that you run, or you may get an error because the optimizer is looking at a completely different strategy. If you're optimizing something different, press OK, don't worry about it, and you'll be presented with this screen here. This here is where you will be deciding what parts of the strategies you actually want to optimize and how you optimize them. As you can see at the top here, you can see that we have a number of cycles. Number of cycles means the number of times we're going to look and change something in trading strategy to try and find the best settings. Currently it's set to 10. I generally look between 500 and 1000. Today we're going to do 10 just for this video. Then we have these check boxes which tells us whether we're going to actually optimize or not that value. I'm going to check off the last one here, and as you can see, the number of maximum optimizations actually reduced. So we're going to actually optimize these three values here, being the price breakout period, the volume breakout period, and also the trend line length. Following along, the next columns in these rows are from, to, step, default, priority, and conditions and source. Let's start off by looking at from and to. From and to means that you will be optimizing from the value of 32 to 130. For example, if, like I said earlier, if you're using an RSI and the RSI length starts at 7, if you want to test the values from 7 to 14, for example, you'd put 7 in from, 14 in 2, and then we go over to step. The step is the value that it will increment by for each and every single test. For example, if you want to do 7, 8, 9, 10 all the way up to 14, you would put step 1. If you want to do from 10 to 100, you put in from 10 to 100, and then you'd have a step 10, and that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 100. Default will give you the default value which it will start at. It just gives the optimizer a default value to start from. Priority doesn't really do much. It just helps the optimizer to know which value it's going to optimize first. And then we have condition and source. Condition and source we added as an idea. For example, let me give you an example here. Let's say that you have two moving averages, and one of them is the fast one. One is the fast moving average, one is the slow moving average, and the fast moving average always has to have a lower value than the slow moving average. So in that case, you could put more than, and then the second source would be the name of the other moving average. So for example, if you'd like the price breakout period to be more than the volume, you would set it up just like that. Today we're not going to be doing that, as it doesn't make any sense in this strategy. So we're going to just use the defaults. We're ready to go and we're ready to start optimizing. So I'm now going to go press save and run, as you can see. Now what happens is the optimizer starts working. It will start by going away and getting all of the best results. As you can see in the background, it's optimizing the strategies to try and find the best settings. Now I'm going to leave this to run in the background on a quick time lapse, and I'll see you on the other side.
Come on, David, and once again he's got to code a new strategy.
Okay, we've finished our optimization. As you can see, the best results for the net profit was minus 4.8. I'm going to press OK, and then that's going to go away and download the Excel spreadsheet to my computer. As you can see at the top here, Now the Excel spreadsheet, as I said earlier, will have all of the results in it with the settings and which is uploadable. All you have to do is import it into Excel or Google spreadsheets or whatever. And if you want to import a different row, all you have to do is remove all the other rows, bring the row that you're interested in up to the top of the spreadsheet, save it back to a CSV file, and Bob's your uncle, you're ready to go, and re-upload it using that button just here, and you'll be able to backtest and see the results on the TradingView. Okay, so the optimizer has actually added the results. They don't particularly look much better on this trading strategy, but I hope that shows you how powerful this tool is. There was one other thing that I wanted to show you in the optimizer, and that was the method. We actually have 4 methods in the optimizer for optimization. First being random and all random, and then we have annealing and sequential. Random and all random are pretty self-explanatory. Random will change randomly any value from the list that we chose, and then increment it by the amount that we actually specified before launching the optimization. Annealing, I'll go through at the end. Sequential will go through the list in order, one by one, and increment them by the specified value until it comes to the end of the cycle. Annealing is more of a scientific approach, but for me to explain, I'd lead you to just dive a little bit into your imagination. Imagine that you have a bath and you're looking for the absolute best temperature. Annealing would pump up the temperature of the bath to the highest possible value, and then we would add cold water until we get to the perfect temperature. That's how annealing works and how it is coded inside the optimizer, and annealing is probably my preferred way of optimizing strategies. Okay, so that was the optimizer. Before I go, I have one last bit of information that I'd like to share, and that is OPS, which is other people's settings. As I said earlier, inside the David Tech group, we are working together to find trading strategies, working together as elite backtesters, sharing results with each other to come up with the best trading strategies. I personally think it is simply the best way of doing things. Instead of relying on yourself, we're relying on each other and like-minded people to come up with best settings, you giving your best settings to them and them giving them back in return their best settings. As it says below, my idea behind the elite backtesters was a community where we come together to try and beat the institutions. I don't know if we really will beat the institutions, but we certainly are doing a very good job at finding great settings that are working on real live markets, and I'm very happy with it. So it is the power of collaboration, us all working together to try and find these best results. We also do live streams every Tuesday where I go with Vlad, our community manager, through the best settings for that week. Generally there's about 20 to 50 good settings which we then add to the website for forward testing, where we record all of the trades from that day. Here are some of the results of us for collaborating together. We also forward test, as I said earlier. We're not just a back testing group, we're forward testing to find the best possible settings. You also get access to a prize pool, so if you're interested in earning a bit of extra cash from your optimizations, we give away monthly better prizes to the best settings. So come join the movement, guys. It really is the best way to find the best settings out there. I think the David Tech community is the only one that does this so transparently and all together. We're crowdsourcing thanks to the amazing members of the elite backtesters. Okay guys, I have one very last message for you and then I'm going to leave you. Guys, once a week I'm going to be giving away $500 to the most viewed clip of this video or any video of David Tech from this week. Whoever has the most viewed TikTok or YouTube short using this video or the videos from this week, I will send you $500. This is every week and going to be going on throughout the whole of this month and probably for the foreseeable future. You can post as many times as you want. You must tag my TikTok or YouTube username and you must add David Tech in the title and in the description. I look forward to seeing all your clips and I look forward to seeing the winners. Okay guys, that's all I've got for you today. Without further ado, have a wonderful week, have a wonderful Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Keep safe, trade like a boss, and I'll see you on Friday. Have a great day guys. Bye bye.
Come on, David, and once again he's gone to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes.